Alright there guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is of course February 14th. What does that mean? Well, for most people it means Valentine's Day. For me it means the 10-year anniversary of The Last of Us Left Behind DLC. But since it is Valentine's Day, I did come up with an idea for a video for today. Today we're going to be talking about arguably the most popular Yuri anime of all time. Now, for those of you who are a little bit uncultured and don't know what Yuri means, basically Yuri anime is it's within the romance genre, and it basically just focuses on relationships between two females. That's the gist of it. It's basically lesbian anime. You could call it that if you want. It's the same thing as it means the same thing as Yuri. And yaoi is the same thing, but with males instead of females. So, we're going to be talking about what is arguably the most popular Yuri anime of all time, Citrus. I thought I was going to be in for a nice little, wholesome Yuri romance. But no, you got to throw in the step sibling aspect of it, don't you? Because of course. At least it's step sibling and not actual sibling like frickin' Orimo. Don't know. If you've watched Orimo, you know what I mean. Because anime likes to use the age-old rule, if she's not blood-related, she's free to be dated. And this show definitely takes that rule and runs with it. So the show focuses on our main character, Yuzuchi, who most people just call Yuzu, voiced by Ayane Taketatsu, Nino from the Quintuplets. That's right, had to get that in there. Had to get that quintuplets reference in there straight away. And she's just starting high school, and she's going to this all-girls school that's like super strict. And she basically breaks every single school rule you can, all at the same time. The way she dresses, or the makeup she wears, the way she moves, the way she speaks, the way she acts, basically everything she does is in violation of the school rules, because of course it is. And to begin with, Yuzu is looking for a boyfriend, but obviously it's an all-girls school, so good luck finding one in there. Although she does see something a bit odd when she only just arriving at the school. She catches the student council president, who is called May, making out with a male teacher. Not sure about you, but I'm pretty sure that's illegal. And Yuzu gets on the old tannoy and makes sure everyone's made aware of that. And then the principal of the school says that the teacher has taken some time off from the school for personal reasons. Yeah, really, really personal reasons. Are you sure it's not because he got caught making out with a student? So, because with this is an all-girls school, all the girls here are basically are already engaged and have arranged marriages set up for them when they're old enough. So, to get around the fact that, to have a little bit of fun, the girls in this school all like to get a little bit frisky with each other, if you know what I mean. This starts off for Yuzu when she finds herself in a situation where she starts making out with Mei. And that ignites some sort of a spark inside of her, where her attraction to males has just disappeared. It's all ogre now for that. There's no more of that. As the one person that Yuzu loves is Mei, who ends up being who is revealed to be her stepsister. Later, not too long after that. So that creates some complications for Yuzu, because she doesn't know how to feel. She's never felt like this before about anyone, let alone another girl. So she tries to understand her feelings a bit more, and unfortunately for her, she's got a bit of a rivalry, because she's not the only person who's yearning for Mei's love. No, we've got the Vice Student Council President, Himiko, who also wants Mei all to herself, as she is Mei's childhood best friend. So yes, even in this show, the childhood best friend loses. The reason Mei acts so different to her, like she's so like strict and so she looks so dead inside all the time, is because she says that's how her father, who's a teacher, raised her to be. But her father is not like that anymore. And he goes traveling all around the world. So when he and Mei finally see each other again, because it just so happens that the person Yuzu's mom happened to remarry to is Mei's father, which is how Mei and Yuzu became step-siblings. Mei always calls her father sensei instead of father, until the very last time he appears in the show. She doesn't have the same sort of respect for her father as she once did, because of how different he is compared to how he was when she was younger. But Yuzu manages to wield her way into Mei's feelings and help her understand her father a bit more. And also get a bit of, if you know what I mean, from each other. I'm on about Mei and Yuzu, not her father. That would be very straight. That would be very wrong. So Yuzu and Himiko strike up a bit of a rivalry against each other, because they're both yearning for the same thing. Meanwhile, someone who's completely oblivious to who Yuzu actually wants to do it with is the first friend Yuzu made in the school, called Harumin. And she's actually my favourite character. She's the supportive friend who's always there for Yuzu. And she's my personal favourite character in the show. What makes it even worse for Yuzu is she has yet another different rival for Mei's affection. As at Christmas, Mei and Yuzu are alone together at night, and Mei takes some of her clothes off for Yuzu and is ready to start making out with her, which is exactly what Yuzu wants her to do, and yet she decides to not go ahead with it. which doesn't make that much sense until you realise Yuzu never asked Mei how she feels, and is that what Mei really wants? And Mei acts very cold towards Yuzu for quite some time after that, until they go onto a school trip. Where are they going? If your guess was Kyoto, because it's always Kyoto, you would be right. Just like the quintuplets, and I managed to throw another reference to the quintuplets in there with the Kyoto trip. In that trip, Yuzu meets these two girls called Sarah and Nina, who are twin sisters, and they have a bit of the Sajuna and Shinju dynamic from My Dress Up Darling, where the one that looks older is actually the younger one, and the one that looks younger is actually the older one. A bit of that going on. And it just so happens that Sarah, the older sister, is yearning for Mei's affection as well. And actually, in all of that, there was a third rival, but this time it wasn't a rival of Yuzu, it was a rival for her. As Yuzu's childhood friend Matsuri, she shows up and she is yearning for Yuzu's affection, and she wants Mei to stay away from her so she can have Yuzu all to herself. Although she's definitely not someone Yuzu should be spending a lot of time with, considering she does some things that somebody in middle school absolutely should not be doing. She sends feet pics to weird men online. Basically, that's what she does. Although she doesn't do it of herself, she just finds images on the internet and posts them pretending that they're hers when they're not. It's still wrong, but at least she's not posting pictures of herself. But that doesn't quite make it okay, does it? Then on the school trip, when Yuzu finds out that the person that Sarah has been yearning for, which Yuzu said she would be supporting, doesn't realise it's the very same person that Yuzu wants. But Yuzu and Mei manage to finally make up and talk things out right at the end of the show. It gives us a bit more of Mei and Yuzu making out. And finally, Yuzu and Mei suggests that the two of them should start dating. And that's how the show ends. So I can see why it's one of the most popular Yuri anime of all time, if not the most popular. I can see why. You know, it does have a good story. It's got drama, it's got heartbreak, it's got all sorts of good stuff. So if you come to the show just for the drama, the love and all that, then there's plenty of that going around. But if you come into the show just for the girl-on-girl action, there's plenty of that going around as well. So you get the best of both worlds. And that's going to conclude the Valentine's Day video I have for this year. As I said in my year in review video just over a month ago, well, a month and a half ago now, I'm going to be checking out some more Yuri anime this year. There's one ongoing Yuri anime that started this year that oh boy, if you're keeping up to the seasonal shows, you might know what I'm on about. I might be covering that here on the channel in the coming weeks. But I'm also going to be checking out some older Yuri anime. I have 2 in mind already that I'm going to check out throughout this year and maybe cover on the channel for you guys. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, farewell.